Hi everyone, hashtag B1 Less News and hashtag CDC Whistleblower and hashtag SB277 and hashtag mine in all caps. I'm here with my favorite people in the whole wide world that aren't in the house. At CES Dave, Candace, and at Tanner's dad, Timothy Welsh. And for anybody who's new to Tad Tips, they're always available on tinyurl.com/TadTips. This is number 150. Can we get a whoop whoop for that, Tim and Candace? They have to unmute. Whoop whoop. Tim?
Whoop whoop.
The three of us are on our way to Chicago for Autism One, where between the three of us, we've probably gone 25 years of that event. And Candace and I both are doing all-day presentations there. She's doing hers on Thursday. I'm doing mine on Saturday. So this Tad Tips 150 is a transition moment for us from hashtag CDC Whistleblower, which we're still going to do, to the next phase of this whole thing, which will be hashtag CDC Whistleblower, but will also be Republicans Save California from Democrats in 2016. Yep, you heard it here first. We heard a little rumor that there are some strategists out there in the Republican Party that have recognized that California is completely ripe for a takeover in 2016. All eyes are on California, and the little left-hand corner there, Paul rally coming soon. That's just a teaser of what may be in store for California. Super, super exciting, but I can't tell you more. I've been sworn to secrecy. Okay, so now, oh my gosh, Saturday was such a brilliant, amazing, beautiful thing. Our government has not been listening to us at all. We had almost 1,000 that showed up 4 weeks in a row to 3 committee hearings and 1 vote only, and they just didn't listen to us, and it was very, very obvious. And I think they thought after that happened we were going to go home with our tails between our legs and go away. Well, that's not what happened. This is what happened. Let me show you this video. Can you guys see that, or did it disappear? It disappeared.
I see it.
Oh.
I see it.
Oh, okay, let me just play it like this so it doesn't disappear. Okay. Part-time!
There's only one thing, and that's coercion. Senate Bill 277 violates what it is to be an equal.
Not going anywhere! Family Sunday! Oh, that's too loud.
Welcome to that dream. Mother of 2 wonderful boys. Golden Globe is one for you. Check out Elfie. Thank you for your persistence and your passion. It's a winning day, let's just go. First heard about this girl, I became alarmed. It just didn't feel right. My life's being taken away from me as
Go in purple, baby! Miss Ferguson, NFL player.
all the way to fulfill my confidence.
We had more outside than they had inside the Democratic convention. When money versus mommy, we're going to win this. Federal never tested. Okay, there you go. Bottom line is we had just a little, right at a week's notice, and we pulled it off. We had 1,000 people, but more importantly, we had 10 organizations that all came out publicly to work together to make Family Fun Day happen at this event, and it was simply spectacular and made it abundantly clear that we're not going anywhere. So now let's move on to this. The Republicans, like I already talked about this, we're hearing rumors that all eyes in the Republican Party are now firmly on California as a launching pad for 2016. This is the article that is at this link, Dem Dump, and it is an article that talks about how California Democrats obliterate patients' rights, vote to eliminate informed consent. And remember that the people that came to this event were probably 90% Democrats. The people at the Democratic Convention were probably 90% Democrats that just feel completely disenfranchised. It is time to get the power back in California by having it be an equal split between the Republicans and Democrats. When you have that situation, you have the greatest power go to the people because they never feel comfortable in their position. This is another article that was written. California Democrats show no compassion for dead or injured children as protesters outnumber delegates at conventions on Saturday morning. And this lady, I wonder what that is. Hashtag cool to care was what we were using to get people on the same page for this event. And this is tinyurl.com/DemsDon'tCare. This is that article for the Dems Don't Care where it talks about all the people, and this is what was going on inside. These are all students in white coats giving out these little blue stickers to everybody. When people went up to the attendants at the Democratic Convention with the blue stickers and said, what does that mean? They said, oh, it means that we're going to be safer in California. They then said, have you heard of SB 277? And most said, no, tell me about it. So this is a shell game of epic proportions. This is a whole other thing that is coming out now. This is tested on black babies. The Los Angeles Times, a government-sponsored study of 2 measles vaccines was conducted on nearly 1,500 minority infants in LA and failed to disclose the vaccine was experimental. This was in 1996 in Los Angeles. So we're going to show you some disturbing stuff here. This is that article where it says, every little mistake like that seeds the concerns of people, he said. We need to move to a new level of assurance so people can really trust what we're doing. Meaning, he said he was very concerned that the events not fuel suspicion in the minority community of government-sponsored medical research. Now let's go why people are speculating that the way that SB 277 was written is designed to, in fact, set up Phase 3 FDA trials right here in sunny Southern California with those that are at the poverty level and below in LAUSD. When they, this is simply the verbiage of SB 277. When you scroll down here past the second time, they list the 10 different quote-unquote vaccine preventable diseases, you will see Section E. And again, this is a tell. When I saw this and others saw this, we went, whoa, why wouldn't they just list the 5 shots? It sounds much better that way. But instead, they listed 10 diseases. What people don't recognize is there are tons of different versions of the shots that can get you these 10 total. They have very different track records and very different profiles on testing in other countries. The other countries are starting to stand up and sue the United States over this vaccine testing. We just had 2 infants die in Mexico, and they pulled an entire program. What we're going to find out is that it was a testing program. It was the rollout of Phase 3. So here's the key verbiage I need you to look at. It's Section E at the bottom. The department may specify the immunizing agents that may be utilized and the manner in which immunizations are administered. What this means is no matter what else it says in the bill, this E will be overriding, meaning they're going to pass the bill the way they currently presented it, and then 2 years from now, they're going to say, oh, no, we do the immunizations at school now. And people are going to go, no, 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 I get it from my doctor. And they're going to be like, well, SB 277 qualified that we can do it at school now. But more importantly is that they're saying the immunizing agents. Let's give an example of this. There's 2 versions of the vaccine for the sexually transmitted disease, HPV, which is human papillomavirus. There's Gardasil and there's Cervarix. Let's say you go to VARS and you say, wow, it really looks like Gardasil's way worse than Cervarix, so I'm going to go get Gardasil. You go to your HMO, the doctor says, we're no longer giving the immunizations your school is. You go to the school and they say, you don't have a choice, you can only get the Cervarix. It is making the situation combined with this document, which is from Los Angeles Unified School District. This came in the packet of a wealthy woman who was planning on attending LAUST for her kindergartner. What it says is, I hereby give my consent for my child to have the physical examination, blood, urine, and tuberculin tests, and required immunizations through the school health screening program. I also authorize the release of the results of the screening to the Los Angeles Unified School District, California State Department of Health, the County of Los Angeles Department of Health Services Child Health and Disability Prevention Program, and the health plan providers in which my child is enrolled. What this set up, when you look at the text of the bill, which is E, is a situation where SB 277 mandates the vaccine, mandates where you can get it, mandates which one it may be. So let's say they have too much Gardasil and not enough Cervarix. They send it all to California and put it in this program at the schools, and these parents are signing a document which in no way keeps these schools from choosing a vaccine that's less tested than others. This is some crazy, crazy stuff. So again, don't be alarmed. We have a ton of work to do with the assembly. We really think we're going to turn around at the assembly. If it doesn't turn around at the assembly and it goes through as it is right now, the Republicans are going to take over California. That's what's going to happen. And it's all going to start with a rally by Paul, and Paul is my little bird told me prediction. So I just talked right through this, and I didn't give my partners in crime, not crime, but wonderful staff, Candace and Tim. Tim, before you go to work, talk to us, buddy. I'm sorry I was myself today. Congratulations on 150, Tim.
Thank you.
Yeah. Talk to your people. Talk to at Tanner's dad.
Things are just going really well, and I'm excited about Chicago and Autism One. I'm looking forward for anybody in the O'Hare, Chicago area, or anybody that can get there to come out Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and meet us.
And you can tweet to us, and then we'll meet you in the lobby. You don't have to pay and come in, although it's very, very cost effective. It's only like $45, and Autism One is always some of the most cutting edge stuff for healing vaccine-injured kids that there is. So we're all hanging out there all weekend. We're going to be doing all of our shows from there, starting on Wednesday. Tomorrow might be a little dicey on getting our chat tips done, but what else? What can they look forward to while you're at Autism One from your at Tanner's dad?
Well, I'm looking forward to Candace's presentation on Thursday.
Yeah.
And your presentation on Saturday.
But aren't you going to be doing a bunch of periscoping so people can learn all kinds of great stuff from Autism One?
As much as we can get away with, we'll be periscoping and tweeting. Okay,
Candace, anything else?
Just busy getting my family ready for my absence and getting ready for my Vax Truth track. It'll be a 9-hour day. I'm so excited. I'm so anxious. Autism One is like the only place you can go, and everyone there is on the same page, and you bond instantly within the first 30 seconds of meeting somebody. It creates lifelong bonds. It's an amazing event where we can get so much information and meet the people that we've known forever on Facebook and Twitter.
It's an amazing event. It's always been my anchor for all of the activist work that I've always done. So here's the Vax Truth track. Here is the track for the Thrive Day right here. But there's just a bunch of different great tracks on here. We are going to be there all weekend. So again, just be super excited that where we're headed is a balance, because again, anybody out there who's a Republican or a Democrat, this is not a party thing except for when they make it a party thing. When you have the Democratic Party come out straight up and say, we want to get rid of personal exemptions, then they became the party in opposition to the one issue that we have right now. So it doesn't mean you align with the Republicans long term, but potentially long enough to have California go back to the Reagan years when there was a balance between the two parties and it wasn't a runaway government like it is right now. So we will see you in Chicago. We love you. And Tim, anything else?
Two current event news talking head things from CNN. One, a talking head person just said on CNN the only two things that Hillary Clinton had going for her was the name Clinton and that a charismatic husband. So that's going to get a lot of buzz out there. I put a Instagram clip of that out. And then the other thing is a talking head on CNN just came out and said we should all be worried about airline travel now that hackers from the ground can hack into airlines and control the plane. And so we're labeling, today we're labeling CNN as anti-airline travel and wonder if they can handle the label like we handle everybody yelling anti-vax at us when nobody is anti-safe vaccine.
Exactly. Nobody is anti-safe vaccine. That's why it was so great to have Jenna Elfman there and Nick Ferguson that are two high-profile people. They're not anti-vaccine, but they're looking at this law going, oh my gosh, there's no way this makes sense. We love you guys. We will see you on Twitter, and we will see you at Autism One.
It's cool to care.
It is cool to care. Hashtag cool to care. Thank you. Bye.